Danfall offers unparalleled, curated and bespoke tours across Africa for travelers seeking genuine cultural experiences, enriched with magnificent sights, sounds and flavors found on the continent. Each trip is reliably curated to ensure visitors are gifted with an immersive and authentic adventure. Whether you find yourself strolling along the charming white sand beaches of Sierra Leone, feasting on the mouth-watering delicious foods in Senegal, observing or partaking in various aspects of the Isheshi traditional system Ifa native to Yoruba land, Nigeria, with Danfall, you will rediscover a fulfilling sense of kinship to the true heart of the motherland, her communities. Our core values focus on integrity, quality, safety, and sustainability. We are uniquely committed to assisting with the advancement of African infrastructure and promoting African businesses, so both travelers and the communities they visit receive beneficial exchanges. At Danfall, we understand the importance of connectivity, and we have created a model which provides bespoke experiences based on your passions or hobbies. With us, expect a long-lasting spiritual bond between you and your destinations. Live, love, Danfall Africa. To learn more, visit danfall.africa.
Peace, family. We are live again. Donnie Samir, search for Huru. Thank you all. Thanks so much for joining. Hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. How y'all doing? It's Friday Eve. It's Thursday. Y'all, quarter one is almost over. Like it's, well, if your fiscal year starts in January, we are almost into April, which is crazy. Like we are almost already into April. So hit that like button, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe. Y'all got a couple of announcements. We're rolling to Senegal in May 9th to the 18th for the Jazz Festival. Got a couple spots left. If you want to join us, please visit Danfall, that's DANFO.Africa. Again, please visit Danfall, that's DANFO.Africa to learn more. We are also going to Nigeria in August for the Oshun Festival. All right. If you're interested in joining, please visit Danfall.Africa. Again, if you're interested in joining, please visit Danfall.Africa to learn more. Here's the site right here, guys. Right here. Well, right here. Here's the site. And that's how you keep up with everything that is going on. That's how you keep up with everything that is going on. Okay, as far as our travels. Yeah, let's jump into today's topic. Yeah, your favorite pastor. Oh, let me pull this video up real quick. But your favorite pastor, okay, said he's done with boycotting Target. He said it's over. Hey, he said your favorite pastor, Jamal Bryant, said the Target boycott is over because he said so. Listen, the boycott was in, I want to pick and use better words. The boycott didn't make any sense from the beginning. And the reason why I say that, so your solution to, I guess, black folks losing jobs, to DEI ending, is for more black jobs to be lost. That's your solution. It doesn't make any sense. And the reason why I say that is because you're boycotting Target. You want them to lose revenue, which is going to equate to Target letting go employees. But I live here in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I go to the Target sometime off of Moreland at the Edgewood Shopping Center. And I sometimes go to the Target over off of Camp Creek at the Camp Creek Marketplace. When I say everybody in that Target, from the security guards, person behind the register, optometry department, customer service, electronics, grocery. I can't speak for, the back of the, as far as the warehouse goes. I can't speak for there. But when I say that everybody on that floor is Black and majority Black women, which I'm going to get into, I don't get it. The shelves, the products, Black owned products on the shelves. Like, someone help me out. I don't get it. And I hope some sisters call in to explain it to me. Jamal Bryant says the boycott is over, a boycott that should have never started. A boycott, by the way, that was funded by a white person. So don't let these pro-Blacks fool you. All right. It was a white person behind the scenes that was funding the boycott. All right. That's a fact. Now, we'll get into that here in a second. So now that Jamal Bryant has exit stage left, him and Tamika Mallory. Oh, golly, man. Y'all, you guys have to understand this activist hustle. It's a big, when I say this activist hustle is a money grab, it's a money grab. This civil rights, post-civil rights activist hustle, when I say it's a money grab, y'all, it's a money grab. But you got some of the sisters saying, no, we still boycotting. I'm like, boycotting for what? Again, I go to Target here in Atlanta, security guard, Black woman, registers, all Black women, optometry department, all Black women, pharmacy, all Black women, customer service, management, all Black women. Black women run the Targets here in Atlanta. So why are we trying to boycott them? Help me out. I mean, Black women run the products. In fact, Target is probably one of the, outside of maybe Walmart and maybe Macy's, but Macy's is having issues. Well, you can say Macy's. Is Macy's still even open? They have the most Black products on shelves out of the majority of the department stores. That's why it didn't make sense from the beginning. I think it's hilarious though, because hey, I guess Jamal Bryant got his check. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and rode off to the sunset. And Jamal Bryant, I ain't mad at you. So what's next, Jamal Bryant? We doing Dollar General next? We doing Amazon? What? Hey, what's next, y'all? What's next? What we boycotting next, y'all? What we boycotting next? What we boycotting next? Let me play this video.
I love PGA Tour quality grass, so I get it at home from the pros. Special treatment.
We do that for everyone.
Huh, sure, mate.
Trust the pros trust. True Green, the easiest way.
High-profile boycott against Target just announced they are ending the year-long protest sparked by the retailer's decision to scale back on some diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts.
We have not been able to get all that we have desired, but I am grateful for the strides that we have made. For the Target fast that really reflects the faith-based component of this, we are claiming victory.
Metro Atlanta pastor Jamal Bryant, who you just heard from, said that he made the decision to end the boycott after what he called productive conversations with retail giant's new CEO. He also was highlighting the boycott's success for more than a year, with 300,000 people formally signing up for the boycott. Target is not changing any of its policies, but they say they've pledged to fulfill its 2021 commitment to invest $2 billion in Black-owned businesses, more than doubling the number of Black-owned brands on their shelves. When the last school bell rings for the summer, thousands of Georgia children.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. But boycotting Target is a revolutionary. Will be revolutionary if the people who are wanting to boycott Target, they say, hey, listen, Black folks, we boycotting Target. We are boycotting Target. And because we're boycotting Target, all you Black folks, Black women, we got jobs for you over here. That would be revolutionary. But you got these fake activist revolutionaries that think that boycotting Target that employs more Black people to them is the way forward. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But link is in the chat room. Links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to my conversation again. Again, if you want to call in and add to the convo, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. Link is in the chat. We said he got paid. I like a sister to call in and give me their feedback. Like, how do you feel about the boycott? Again, I like a sister to call in, a woman to call in and give me their feedback on the boycott. Like what are your thoughts on it? Is it productive? What's the point of it? I mean, I don't get it. Like, help me out. But links in the chat room. If you want to call in, go ahead and call in. Let's play some of this this press conference. Here we go. Hey, let's hustle smart. Be nice. Be nice.
Man, listen, man. First of all, man, let's give a shout out to the house, man. I always taught that when you walk in somebody's house, you always salute the host, man. You know what I'm saying? See what you got going on and make sure that people
and take off your Air Force Ones.
Take off your first ones, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I do, man, when I go to other people's house, man, I have an extra pair of flip-flops I keep with me. You get what I'm saying? Like I got like a pair of Nike slides, man. I don't wear my shoes in people's houses. Yeah, or maybe I got a little Chinese in me or something, man.
No, that's
but look,
because in my house you gotta take off the Air Force Ones. And
that's what's up. That's what's up there. Great minds.
And the slides ain't probably allowed either. You just gotta wear your socks and be barefooted.
No, I keep a brand new. I got a brand new pair I keep with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I keep a pair of socks too. But you know what, man? You know, the thing about it is that we always in the Black community, the two people that can't do no wrong in the Black community is criminals. Don't get me wrong. I was one of them at a time. I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Criminals and Black women. It's amazing that those are the two people that no matter how stupid they are, no matter how crazy they are, no matter how ratchet they are, you get what I'm saying? You got to have excuse for the criminal, and you got to have excuse for these husky Stacey Abrams stunt doubles. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get to the point of this Target thing. You know what? Jamal Bryant ain't nothing but another rich black man reading scriptures that they put a face on it. He's no different from Martin Luther King with the civil rights thing. You know what I'm saying? The civil rights thing was already going on, started in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? They just threw a face on it. But this is the funny part about Target. I listened to the whole thing. I don't know if you listened to the whole speech, because he did a couple of other episodes was done on channels with the other women preachers or whatever coming up there. You know what I'm saying? But what I heard him say is that they're gonna put more black suppliers on the shelf. They was already doing that.
Well, that's the point I made. He told to a messenger, Hustle Smart, outside of maybe Macy's and Walmart, you know. And I don't, is Macy's still even open? Is Macy's?
Yeah, Macy's the one at South Lake Mall is open. I go to it all the time.
I would say they carry, like, Target might carry more black products. I think Macy's might carry more, but I mean, exactly, they
Target
carry a lot of black products.
Target has dedicated shelves just for black people. Mm-hmm. And they had these shelves and rows, aisles, if you want to call it aisles to be exact. They had them designed for black women all the time. He came in there. Let me tell y'all something. All y'all saying he got paid. What would they pay him for? He said it out his own mouth. They didn't change not one policy. So the policy that they claim was the reason that he did the boycott, the fast, you know what I'm saying, church colloquial terms, that he just said that.
Hold on. You see, we were calling it a boycott. He was calling it a fast and fast.
See, you got to watch those trigger words, bro. I told you about these Democratic plantation Negroes, bro. They do words. See, he'll come up here and say all the time, he's going to come and tell you he never said boycott him. He said to everybody, that's what everybody else was saying. He called it a fast. A fast. So when people want to say, well, you know, what about the other boycotts? No, he like, no. We were just saying a fast. A fast doesn't last forever. Because if you fast forever, you'll die, right?
Right.
So these are the word semantics that they play. You get what I'm saying? I heard it when he first
Target or not.
Right.
Bro,
yeah.
No. And the funny part is, and this is the other thing, they talk about Target lost revenue. Target lose revenue regardless because of Walmart. Walmart sell groceries and supplies. Target is 90% supplies and 10% groceries. Walmart is 60% groceries, 40% everything else. So it's a part of the year that Target loses money anyway. It's just the way that it is. So y'all getting caught up in this is thing that everybody know. Target stock never stays on the rise. It always go under. But when Target start gaining back money is around the holiday season. They kind of stay level. They go under, they go a little over. You get what I'm saying? Or they'll stay right at 500, a little bit below 500 if you want to talk about football stats. And then the holidays, they always go up. They'll never beat Walmart because Target is the only thing that Walmart didn't put out of business. Walmart put Buy Low out of business. They put Kmart out of business. Do you get what I'm saying? They put Zales, I forgot, it's maybe a couple of roses left. Target is the only one that stayed here. You get what I'm saying? So the thing about it is that you got black women that's out here just like to complain. Black women gonna complain regardless. You get them something that they can argue and yell about. That's it. Why you think the Democrat Party likes them? because they'll sit up there and just argue, complain about something. As long as you give them a microphone, they'll complain. That's why with Jasmine Crockett, you know, they showed black women that we like for you to be the attack. Now, I have told y'all so many times that the black woman is the right hand of white supremacy, directly or indirectly. It showed with all those prosecutors against Trump. You get what I'm saying? Black women were signing up for it. Nobody forced them to do that. They wanted to do that because they knew that the Democrat Party would put them out there. But this is the thing. When it comes to nationwide power, they like their black women being an enforcer, not to have political power. They like them to have political strength as far as recognition. Nay, get up there and be, hey, girl, yeah, girl, say, girl, tell them how it is, girl, and what y'all saying now, girl. All of that stuff is fine, but they don't watch. But the thing about it is they don't want them to have no power. And every time it gets to the point for them to have power, they let them go. Kamala got in because she was out of California. Listen, regardless of what everybody say, Diners, Kamala ain't ratchet. Now she came off that goddamn airplane with some Tim boots one time. She said something about, you know, some collard greens in a bathtub one time. She lied about Tupac one time, but she ain't ratchet. So they'll let somebody like that come up there because she ain't LBA, so to speak, quote unquote. But all the black woman, you remember the other lady, Cori Bush, out of St. Louis, the one sleeping out, all those black women that were sitting up there talking loud and ghetto, they don't quietly got them up out of there. Look at you, people don't even remember Cori Bush.
Hold on, Tito messages. Let me read this message real quick. Diners, I'm going to still boycott Target and any other company that does not respect us.
Yeah, stay in the house. Stay in the house.
Targets here, black women run the Targets here in Atlanta. From the security, management, optometry, customer service, register, it's all black women.
Yep. It's the same one. It's the same one. Diners, I got a Target card, bro. So you get what I'm saying? Every time I go to Target, and the reason why I go to Target just because I don't want to go in Walmart. I go to Walmart if I have to go. I'm a Target Kroger guy, but I go to Walmart if I have to. You know, if the deals are just that good, and I got a bunch of people at my house, but I go to Target. And let me tell you something. I go to the Target in Stockbridge. But I know every time I pass by Camp Creek, the parking lot is packed of black people. You can't even get in a parking lot. And he knows that. You know what I never understood?
Hey, Hustle Smart, real quick. Interesting fact. That Red Lobster on Camp Creek, it's the busiest Red Lobster in America.
Yeah, that one stays packed. Stays packed. You get what I'm saying?
Hustle Smart. I went in there one day on a Tuesday, like at 3:30, packed.
Hey, Dinus, I think Detroit and Atlanta to you two is similar, because the same examples that you're explaining about the Target stores in Atlanta are examples in Detroit. And the one thing that I scratched my head about when they announced the boycott was that Target had the highest number of black women that they contract with. So their suppliers, and still to this day, they have more black suppliers who they buy product from and place in their stores than any other retailer.
So Smart. So I was right. Well, I said it was either Target, Macy's, or Walmart.
Listen, I have a friend of mine that I went to elementary school with in high school.
God damn, what year that was?
A long time ago. And she became a buyer for Target. And one of the first Targets in Detroit. She said, my assignment is to go out and find black suppliers who make and can support the retailer and produce at a level. We will help them produce and get them to a level so they can supply what we need to keep on the shelves. That's what Target was doing, right? And so you ask how long ago it was. This is back in the late 80s, early 90s that she was doing that. So Target has been doing this for a long time. So I had to scratch my head. The other thing that I get frustrated about, and I have been frustrated about with a boycott, we always tend to do a negative. We're going to stop doing this instead of proactively increasing things. One thing I had against a lot of the civil rights people is that, you know, they focused on boycotts and not building economic power. Right? They only saw a pie that was 9 inches in diameter, and didn't see that you could build a pie that was 12 to 15 and everybody could eat even more. So you didn't have to fight over the crumbs. You could build it out in the community, right? And so with a boycott with Target, you are shrinking that, instead of going there and now saying to Target. And I think what I saw and I heard you play is that Target is still going to go out and try to subcontract with more minority suppliers. That's the game. That's the game. And if you want to play the economic game and you want to make more money, then you push to get inside these corporations, to get contracts, to become suppliers, etc.
True. But the thing about it is, Invisible Man, is that that's not what they wanted. When Diners first talk about Diners, so, you know, people say Diners don't talk that much, but he did drop a diamond, which is true. But still, he dropped a diamond. He said that these what you call them, Diners, the activists grift, that they want to have a seat on the board. That's what they want.
True. You're absolutely right.
Let me tell you something.
Shakedown.
Exactly. It's a mob type shakedown. It's extortion almost. But this is the thing that I talk about all the time, Invisible Man. The black vote and the way that black people act when it comes to politics, everybody know we follow. They know we're one issue voters. They know all you got to do is come up and tell somebody. So all they did was say that Target is low hanging fruit. Why didn't they go out to Walmart? Walmart did the same thing.
Right.
Walmart did the same Walmart did the same exact thing. Amazon did the same thing. But you know why they chose Target? Because out of those three, Target is the little brother. Target is the little brother of Walmart.
Right. Yeah, I've said before, I went to Howard for law school. So Howard's the only civil rights law school, federal civil rights law school in the country. But I used to have arguments and posit in class that we need to do economic development through the law. We've already done the civil rights stuff, because all the stuff that's being pushed now in civil rights, the stuff that's been pushed only under a different name now. It was pushed 40, 50 years ago, and shit hasn't happened. We're still standing still, right? So why don't we push economic development, create laws for economic development? Because what we see is, are you Hustle Smart or Total Messenger? But
Massager.
Anyway,
the Toto massager.
Okay,
massage.
Okay.
I massage the Toto.
Okay. Okay. So I lost my train of thought. But anyway,
it's okay. You get lost when you talk about the Toto. Go ahead, my brother.
So what the deal is? Oh, I know what I was going to say. We get emotional, right? So the street hustlers and the poverty pimps, they want to make you get emotional over a subject, and they get us emotional when we say we're being done wrong, instead of saying, let's get out there and build more. Let's pressure them to build more, right? So I was in a room when I actually saw the hustlers do some shit, right? So I'm at Congressional Black Caucus in DC. First, this is around when cell phones are just coming out. That tells you how old I am. So I go into a conference room. I think I call my wife or something. I'm trying to talk to her, and in walks Kwesi Mfume, Farrakhan, and Jesse Jackson. Now, you know, in hotel conference rooms, they cordon them off and all that. So, and they're pretty big, but this one had been made to be a little bit smaller. And they shot me a look like, what the fuck, get out of here. I looked at them like, I'm in here first. You get the fuck out, right? I'm on the phone. I want privacy. You walked in on my conversation. And so I looked at them like, I'm not going anywhere. You need to go. So they went to their side of a room and they started to talk. Well, I could hear them. They could probably hear me on the phone talking to whoever I was talking to, and I could hear them. They were carving up a pie to shake down corporate America and get their cut. The same thing Dinah said about this reverend down there in Atlanta. They were doing on a shakedown when they were doing some type of legislation and boycott back at that time in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. I'm like, listen, motherfuckers, this is what we need to do. We need to get in there, proactively push to be included so that our suppliers get in there with their businesses to build, and we create more jobs in Detroit, in Atlanta, in DC, in New York, in LA, down south, anywhere you want to be. But the only thing you guys can do is get in here and say, we're going to boycott X, Y, and Z. We're going to have a sit-in. We're going to do this. And we're going to stop the economic engine instead of build the economic engine for ourselves. One last thing, and then I'll stop. My boy is head of the Michigan Black Democratic Party. I get on him all the time. And in this last presidential election, he has, I told him, I said, you're meeting with the governor. You tell the governor you want a piece, you want 10, 20% of the shirt processing and manufacturing that goes into any presidential thing that comes into the state. You cut a deal with them to get your contractors in there that you know that have business that can supply political campaigns. Didn't do shit, right? And that's one of the games that we miss out on. We don't know how to push the button when we are able to do that. We're going to deliver on the vote. We want our vote to count. On the front end, we want to be suppliers to this $1 billion, this $100 million election campaign business, but they can't even leverage that.
Bro, do you know why the black boycotts these days doesn't work, and why Black Lives Matter worked, and the boycott back in the days worked, and Black Lives Matter work, and these boycotts these days doesn't work? It's because, simple it is, I want y'all to listen to this real well. When all that is going on, the people was riled up. Then they brought a face to run it. When Black Lives Matter happened, the people was mad about it. They was already mad about it, and without a front people, without three SpongeBob looking aunties, gay chicks. Before they got involved, the people was already mad. And then they put a face on it. You know what I'm saying? The 3 dragon gay chicks. But with these new ones, it's the people, they doing it. The front people is coming out telling the people to get mad. The people wasn't mad at Target. Yeah, the people wasn't mad at Amazon. The people wasn't mad at Macy's or any other people that cut DI. They said some little shit on internet, but nobody was already marching. What I'm saying is those two things, people was already out in the streets doing it. It already had its motion. They put Jamal Bryant because he's one of the top preachers that has the black women Why you think you see a black women talking shit? And believe me, and let me tell you the funny part, Invisible Man. When I go to Target, I see more black women in that than anything.
Yep.
That's the funny part.
Yep.
Black women will talk shit online. Then let me tell you something. This is why black women need to be medicated and supervised. Black women will get online and talk shit about how men ain't shit and how it is and still have a husband. You want to know how I know that, Invisible Man? My sister is that.
Right.
My sister, do you know who Cynthia G is? The chick that looked like Xerxes from the movie. Have you ever seen the movie Xerxes 300?
No, but I know who Cynthia G is.
Oh, she looked like Xerxes. Looked like Xerxes. Now, my sister listens to her. But my sister is in a happy marriage with a guy that he's the supervisor at CNN, does all the electrical, all the stuff, all the big building downtown in a big ass house in Fayetteville, but she be on Cynthia G channel talking the same rhetoric they talk about. Yeah. Why does she do that? Because black women are bipolar. You get what I'm saying? They can be happy that you can never satisfy a black woman. That's the way it is.
Black women's buying power in the hair and beauty market is next to none.
Next to none. Invisible Man, to the point that you got these chicks out here diving into trash cans at night, sleeping in trash cans. Wait for the Chinese people to drop some Peruvian wavy natural silky. They sit up there killing. The black women are killing women, robbing them, gunpoint.
Dang.
For hair. Let me tell you something. They just came out with a study, Dynasty. Do you remember that? It just came out a few months ago. They said that it's got all type of lead poisoning and all type of stuff in weed. Did you see that? Did you see that, Dynasty? Dinah somewhere making him a sandwich with no meat.
Yeah. He's
on
another channel.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, but they still, that's not going to stop them. It always reminds me of this episode of the Boondocks that I saw where they was talking about the hair, that they made some type of hair gel and it was actually made out of stuff that make a bomb, but it made women hair straight and curly. And they told the lady she was selling it. He said, you know, this stuff is made out of the same stuff that you can make a bomb out of. The lady said, I don't give a shit. These ladies will put napalm. They will put Agent Orange, the stuff that they wiped out the trees in Vietnam, if it will make their hair straight and curly like Kim Kardashian. That's what the lady said. And that's what it is. But let me tell you something, what I understand. Black people and this is black people. Black people scared of everything, but they risk their life for stupid shit at the same time. If you continue to go to a club or a bar where you know that people don't got killed at, then you have no type of self-preservation. I don't go to places where somebody just got killed the week before or 3 days later. You get what I'm saying? But black people.
Here's my question to you. Here's my question to everybody. But since we're the only two up here, what's the solution? How do we?
It's no solution. Black people are the perfect slave. We are the animals that you just leave in the yard and you just let them die out. They ain't gonna do nothing but kill each other. They ain't gonna bark at nobody else. They ain't gonna hold on. Let me finish the question. Let me finish. Black people ain't gonna bark at nobody. They're gonna bark, but they ain't gonna bite nobody else. Let me tell you something. This is the solution. This is why I say there's no solution. Do you know where the safest? Do you know what neighborhood is the safest for white people right now? Is in the all-black neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But you must don't know about gentrification, because where we live at in Atlanta, in the hood, in the gutter, white people have came through and bought houses next to the projects. Nobody breathes on the pit. Nobody don't ask them a question. The white people can run around, walk their dog. See, I think you out of the loop, bro. I think you're a little older. You out of the loop. You ain't on the block. White people have came over and
Look here. You want to know we are our own worst enemy because we have.
yeah. Then what's the solution then?
Okay, well, you know, I mean,
Huh?
it's hard, but we have to fight against each other in order to bring things back.
That's not a solution, bro. That's a slogan. That's something that you put on. That's something that you put on a product and put on a commercial. That's not a solution.
Let me say this because I've said this before on here too, and it's an example of how things can work in other cities. I created Economic Development Corporation and broke the city down into sectors, and within each sector, you identify commercial zones that you want to attack, right? And you want to build up. Then you have professionals that are part of each of these sectors that can then help. It's similar to the Small Business Administration, but it's focused in what they do in economic development, but it's focused to the neighborhood and down to the grain of those commercial sectors that have been left and are available to buy and develop. And I will tell you that in Detroit, I've said this on this show before. It is one of the highest development of Black economics in the country. It's called the Avenue of Fashion, Livernois in Detroit, basically between 7 Mile and 8 Mile, but actually between the Lodge and 8 Mile, where you have the highest concentration of Black small businesses that have just created and turned around an entire district that is now filled with restaurants, retail shops, and other entities, bars, and that kind of thing. So it can be done. It's just, it has to be a concerted effort that you go in there and do that. And the thing that prevents some of that is us eating ourselves with respect to crime coming in, and then we gotta manage the insurance prices, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to go deep into the woods, but it can be done. Because
what I'm saying is saying something that can be done. I mean, we've been hearing it can. Okay, it was done. It was done. That's just like people saying Black Wall Street. What I'm saying is we got
right now.
But it's not done on a scale that's big. If it's something that works, and you have things that works, and you got stuff that work in Baltimore too. But Baltimore still is a piece of shit. I got family up there. They got some economic zones in Baltimore, but 80% of the rest of that shit is garbage. So that if it ain't catching on, if something works good in one area of town, that's fine. But if it's not happening around the whole city, how in the hell is it gonna work in all the other goddamn 200 cities in America where Black people live in? Listen, I'm not saying that what you're saying is false. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that
other neighborhoods.
I got you, bro. Come on, we can't filibuster, man. Just let you talk. For you to talk 5 minutes uninterrupted, man. You get what I'm saying? Come on, now let's be respectful, man. You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that we have these things to where we have these people. I'm just telling you where it is. I got young kids. You get what I'm saying? I got a lot of young family members. The kids and the kids between 15 and 25, they don't want to hear no shit about Black unity. They don't want to hear nothing about that shit at all. They ain't with it in college. They ain't talking about it in college. They ain't got no type of revolution mind at all. You get what I'm saying? So this is the thing. Black people are just like yard dogs. They're just gonna bark when they see a car coming. They're gonna bark, but they ain't gonna work together after the cars get through barking. Guess what the yard dogs do? They start fighting each other. Then when a car come by or a stranger come walking down the street, they go back to barking. That's what Black people do every 2 years. They get the barking. Then after the 2 years, they go back into the white people put them right back in the cage. That's what white people. That's what's been happening. But the funny part is that Black people are smarter these days. They know it. So you have people that come up on this platform right now tell you that, well, I know that you know what I'm saying, they ain't doing that for us. I know the Democrats ain't respecting us, but Republicans don't like us. So we got to vote for the lesser two evil. If you got people voting 8% to have that mindset, why would you ever have to do anything for them? All you got to do is present. One side is racist, and this side say, hey, we like you, but we ain't gonna give you shit. We ain't gonna give you no power, and you gonna stay over there. Why would they ever do anything to uplift black people? Black people only get excited about politics every 2 years. I listen to Red Eye Radio. I listen to Mark Levin. I listen to all these other people. And I'm telling you, they talk about politics every single day. And they've been doing it for 10, 15 years. These new age podcasts all with Donald Trump go, that shit is gonna be done. All that shit is gonna go downhill. But Donald Trump was the perfect boogeyman for black people. And it is what it is. So even like when I told you earlier about the safest place for a white man is in the hood, you got black people. Look at the chat. It's all over the United States. The white man is safer in a black neighborhood than a black dude. A black dude will get asked all type of questions. What color you got on? What school you from? What set you claim? A white dude can wear any type of colors he wants. And he is safe in the black neighborhood. They won't breathe on him. Look at him. But a black person is a target. So it's just the way that we deal with each other. We don't deal with each other with love and respect. We cordial. We'll slap your hand, give you the high five. We'll give you the fire hand on the black hand side. We'll do the shuck and dance with you. We'll invite everybody to the cookout. You get what I'm saying? We'll do the blackity black, the black, the B1, you know what I'm saying? Up with hope, down with dope. We got all these quotes. We got all these colloquial terms. Hell, they even do it in Africa. If two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. Dumb shit like that. When it comes back to the topic that they're talking about, all the investment that he said he was going to do, that's all it's talk. None of that was in formal writing. Even when he started talking, he said that he didn't get everything. He didn't get nothing. He said he's going to let more black people come in there. They was already planning to do that. Target never said they was going to stop letting black people. They saw they was making money off of that. Because they get black people to go in there and buy some relaxer. They might go over there and buy a dress, might go over there and buy some clothes or something. But we sit up here and always talk about what we can do. I've been coming on these shows. Let me explain something to you. The only thing that I think that can help black people out to not be the perfect slave is to get out of being professional employees. It's like we don't have no other urge but to be employees. I see the way how I got black family members. I see the way how they shove a job in kids' faces. Soon as they 14 to 15 years old, you ain't got no job. Well, you ain't paying no bill right here. You ain't got no job. They start instilling it. We, as parents, my parents did it to me. 13, 12 years old, a job, nothing about a business. Nothing, not one single word. And we can do a census on this platform and see what parents was teaching their kids something about what they taught to get a job or taught to get open up a business. All that other stuff you saying is cool, but it starts at the house. It starts how we teach our kids, and we do not teach our kids to own business and to go out there and sacrifice. We don't give our kids time to sacrifice to go out there and fall with some business. When they 14 or 15, we throwing them up in Taco Bell. We throwing them in McDonald's. We proud of that shit. Put it all on Facebook. My daughter right now graduated from high school, graduated from college, and she wanted to go work at Amazon. I said, no, sit up here, try your thing, try to goddamn do your business. Try to find something you're passionate about. So even if you don't, Even if the business don't last and you do get a job, you can have a side hustle. Have more than one income coming in. And believe me, bro, the only reason why I told her to do that so it can take some of that time off our hand. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing I agree with the religious aspect, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. So if you got too much time, if all your time is about working and focus on your business, that means that you're sharpening your brain. That means fuck shit, dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you, you're going to brush that shit off fast. But if you sit up there and work a 9 to 5 all day, and then next thing, after work, it's time to turn up, girl. It's time to go shake our ass, girl. It's time to go get where the men at, where the money at. That's what the mindset is. So when you have that type of mindset, you have this woman projecting that to this woman, that woman projecting to that woman. And then they all going out there looking for the same man. That's why you got the lowest percentage of men making baby. You have 10 guys making a baby with 60 women. And that's how it is. And we do this thing in the Black community where we always try to tell somebody, especially in the Black church, that like it's somebody for everybody. No, it's not. Why do we keep pushing that lie? It's more women than it is men. It's impossible. It is numerically impossible for every woman to have a man. But we sit up there and tell women that lie. Now, most men understand that, but women don't. And that's why we're in the position that we're in. We don't want to do anything. We always sit up there and talk shit about the people coming to our neighborhoods, opening up gas stations and shops. Black people don't want to sit in no goddamn Chevron for 24 hours. Working shifts, standing in one place. Black people like to be seen. How the hell you gonna see that chick with the fat ass with the leggings on and the tight skirt if she behind the counter? So that's why you see black women go out in that service thing. They can put on some tight ass smocks, you know what I'm saying, some tight ass nursing uniform. They can go out here and do this stuff, and they give them outlets that they can go and complain about. That shit just showed y'all right there with Jasmine Crockett. You had black women out there complaining about the Democrat Party, but still talking about they're going to vote for the Democratic Party. And now Jasmine Crockett, ratchet ass, is out of Congress. In year 2027, her seat is gone. And they talking about she can run for office, run for the presidency. Yeah, get her and Stacey Abrams. Let it be Kamala Curry Goat, Dirty Wine Harris, Jasmine Crockett, and goddamn Big Booger Wolf, Respucia little sister Stacey Abrams. Let all three of them husky hyena, them wig weed wearing. Kamala Harris the only one got a real hair. But one is a bad witch gay chick. Jasmine Crockett, some weird ass square body chick from St. Louis. And you got Kamala, bad witch, no kids. Miss Curry Goat Avenger. We are losing as black people, and they sit up there and promoted us to prop up another group of people to replace us. That's how stupid we are as black people. Sitting out there marching. We got black brothers in jail and prison right now. You ain't never saw one of these goddamn senators or House members going to the jail. But let a Latino with some straight hair. Let a white woman get shot out there with a straight hair. Black women goddamn clutching their invisible pearls, running in the street. You got black men right now in the jail, in there on floors with maggots and bed bugs and bacteria. But these motherfuckers flying across country for some goddamn white dude, for some Latinos. Why? Because the Democrat told them to do it. And the Democrat gave them a boogeyman, gave them a task, and they did it. They put that battery in the back of Jasmine Crockett, and she went out there and did that shit. But when it came down for the power, what did they do? They favored the black man. And now you got black women online saying that, hey, the Democrat Party did us wrong. They just want us to be the help. They don't want you to be the power. Black women should know that. That's been going on since the slave plantation. Why you think they had one titty for the good titty was for Mouse's kid and the bad titty was for black people kids? Black women has always sit up there and nurtured other people, but give you their ass to kiss.
Okay.
Last 3 seconds. We sit up here and talk about black men sit up there and talk about our women. But watch these women. They don't talk about, but they say you men, you black men. They don't never say our men. So long as you sit up here and cape for the enemy, like black men cape for black women, you get what you get. As long as black women sit up there and cape for the Democrat Party that won't give them power, that only like for them to be guard dogs, they deserve what they get. Go ahead, my brother.
I didn't know the left was worse than the right. I thought they were both giving out the same milk. But anyway, listen, I'm only going to say this. I'm going to speak for my Detroit people, my Detroit business people, and my Detroit business people. We hustle. And we turn whatever that is into legitimate businesses, or we just go out and we create the legitimate business. I gave you an example of what happened in Detroit in one area, but it is expanding to 2, 3, and one more area in the city. It takes time. Let me give you this backgrounder. I come from a family that is on both sides of the track. A reverend and a guy that controlled a large part of the policy bank back in the 40s and 50s. And he financed a whole lot of businesses, a whole lot of churches, and a whole lot of young people that were on the corner doing dirt to get them to go straight, put them in law school and put them in med school. And they became some of the top criminal defense attorneys representing businesses, etc. You asked me, can it be done? It's got to be the change of mind. I think we went through a period where we were boycotting everything, and we're now coming out of that, and we're looking at building businesses. I can't say what happens in Atlanta. I got friends in Atlanta. It sounds to me like they are creating some businesses. But in Detroit, my hustlers hustle. Whether they are legitimate or illegitimate, they are cleaning that dollar and putting that dollar to work. And that's what needs to happen. And I'm just going to stop right there, and you can get back to what you were saying.
I mean, I appreciate that. You know what? Hustle's hustle. Hell, my name is Hustle. So I respect every hustler. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if the hustle is not producing business, in which those businesses are, then that's fine and well. But what all I'm saying is this, is that in the year 2026, if we still talking about at a starting point, that you have Latinos have more business than black people. We've been here longer than we've been here long. You just said you was gonna let me. You're gonna let me talk. Now, which one you gonna let me do?
We need to have a conversation where we can break in, and you don't go for.
Bro, just let me know, because I didn't interrupt you not one time. I mean, just because. Hey, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. When I get through talking, then you can talk. Then you can rebut me after that. But let me finish saying what I'm saying, man.
I'm going to say that you're doing the right thing with your daughter. With your daughter.
I got that, but bro, can I please finish saying what I'm saying, if you don't mind?
Well,
can I please?
You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. Appreciate that. You know, at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying? If we're not conducting business, we just always talking about a starting point. That's all I hear about. You know what I'm saying? I just know that Latinos have more business. That ain't me talking. That's just facts. They have more entrepreneurs in the Latino community than the black community. It just is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Latinos hire more Latinos than black people hire black people.
We don't have Latinos in Detroit.
Then that's Detroit, bro. The world don't revolve. The world don't revolve around Detroit.
Hey, guys,
around Atlanta or any other place.
Yeah, but I'm staying in the whole United States.
I gotta read this money.
Latinos have more business.
Hold on. Let me read this super chat. I gotta pass them.
I don't even understand what you're saying. Go ahead, Don.
CJ23233, thank you for $10 holla. Most people don't know this, but those Indian hair that black women put on the hair is considered cursed in Indian culture. Tom Lee Kids 11. Oh Lord, I can't read this.
Colored girls used to.
I'm not reading that. Landmark 22, thank you for $2 holla. Black-owned businesses rose by 62% from 2017 to 2024.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now look at all of those. That was around the pandemic. Now look at all the ones that don't failed. See, that's what I'm saying. They throw out these talking points that is not realistic. You get what I'm saying? Like, Dinah, all these restaurants, all this stuff around here that don't open up, they don't all close down. They closing down the average of 5 to 6 black. Right? Even your girl Pinky from the like, you remember me? You had this conversation a while back about Slutty Vegan, and you was like, man, I said, Dinah, that shit is gonna close down. Nobody don't want to buy no $16 grass and bean sandwich. It was the hype. She's selling $40, $50 shirt that's saying I'm a slut. I'm slutty. I'm vegan fine. It was some hype shit.
Right,
So we're gonna pass the mic to man in the high cast. So, but let me say this, Dynasty, and I'm going to jump off. Total Massager.
Yes, sir.
I want you to go back and look at this video and see how much time you talked during this 60 minutes.
Yes, I'll talk more.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Was that your point?
Yep.
Okay, appreciate it then. Good luck, bro.
All right, the man in the high castle, go ahead.
Good evening, gentlemen on the panel. Good evening, proud Americans, rise and shine. It's the man in the high castle, and I've read the topic. I've heard the topic, and I'm a bit disappointed. See, as an FBA, a full-blood American, foundational lineage, my race is black. And most importantly, I'm an American. It's troubling how I see Pan-Africanists each and every time talking disparagingly about their native ancestral homeland, which is the United States. It's sick. Now, as a Pan-Africanist in Africa, do you think that's allowed for them to just talk crazy about the native population where they're born? See, I believe this is all part of the Democratic plantation meltdown. And brothers and sisters who are Pan-African, they're usually always 9 out of 9 times Democrat. And they always saying where the men at, or there ain't no good black women. And I don't subscribe to that. I'm a straight brother from the United States. I'm an ordinary American. And I don't feel that way. I grew up with both parents in the household. And I just don't feel that way. I don't think that way. I don't think that way. I don't have those hangups. And I wish it would stop. And we do know what to do with our money. I see it all the time. And I see our young youth. They are talking about, I want to own a business. I want to start a business right away. Right away, they're saying these things. So I don't know what this brother's talking about who doesn't have a daddy in his life. You can tell the way he's squealing. He keep on doing it.
You said I don't have a dad in my life?
Like he testing mama. I'm not your mama. I ain't your second mama either. I don't even have a second mama. Ain't no woman nor man could play that with me, offline or online. But you talk too much like you ain't never had a daddy, bro.
Damn.
Tighten the fuck up. Tighten the fuck up on manhood.
First of all, I did. Hello, let me just say this, Donnie, because he addressed me. I grew up with both of my parents in the house, mom and dad. Both of them was pastors too. Just for the record.
Let me pass the mic to Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon. And guys, hit the like button. Make sure you guys please hit that like button. Or go ahead, Brandon.
Hey, Dinus, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dang, Metro is coming through, baby. My Getro. Hey, basically, black women, Jamal Bryant, I think, bro, is questionable. He organized this Target boycott, and apparently, it hurt Target. I'm actually on my way to Target right now, which is crazy. All this does, in my opinion, is to tell Target, and it's a warning to other large retailers. Don't give black people shit, because if you dare offer them something and expect them to stand on the merit or the success of their products on the open market, and their products do not succeed, they will undermine your business because they were unable to compete with every other group when it comes to the free market, right, Dinus? Black folks boycotted Target and said, well, we're going to go to Costco instead. These black folks, Costco is like this. You can't hurt our business because we're going to charge your ass $50 to $100 just to walk through the door. Very smart business model to keep black people out, right? Any business in America that puts its hopes and dreams on black people, it will eventually fail, including but not limited to black-owned businesses, because we do the same thing with our own businesses, Dinus. They come in the store, they want special treatment, they want you to give them an unfair advantage, they want a little bit of extra on the macaroni and cheese when you got a certain serving that you've established for your profit line. You don't do it, they all over the reviews, dogging your restaurant out, lying. We found pubic hairs and everything else in the food, trying to undermine you. Target is just learning what black businesses have known for decades. Take the black product and aim it at the white person. That's why Honey Kettle Chicken in Compton, they left the black neighborhood. They went to Culver City, to a white neighborhood, and their business is booming. The dude from Blood Souls Barbecue in Compton, that is a pillar, used to be a pillar of the community of Compton. Blood Soul moved his restaurant. His business in Compton burned down or something. So he opened a second location in LA on La Cienega on the Jewish neighborhood. It was like, hey, you gonna rebuild the one in Compton? From a close personal source that's trusted, the dude Blood Soul said, I ain't never going back over there. The money was too good in the Jewish community, and he didn't have to deal with the drama. Instead of doing real business, where you go in, you re-examine what went on, why it failed, and come back again better. Well, guess what? Black folks decided to try to destroy Target because Target made a smart business decision. And let me tell you this, they did have the meeting. Target did sit down with them, and Target agreed to invest $2 billion with the black products, right? But Target can write $2 billion off if the black products fail, right? Those products will still eventually be phased out because nobody wants them, especially black people. I bought some of those black-owned products from Target. Dinus, I bought a toaster oven. It wasn't even black-owned. It was a thing called Crew that this black-owned company was doing a design collaboration with Crew and with I think it's Sur L'Etat or something. So I bought it. Does the toaster oven work good? It works okay. The blender was pure garbage, broke within a couple of weeks. The point is, black folks really didn't own most of that stuff. A lot of those companies just allowed black people to come in and collaborate on designs and stuff. So it wasn't really theirs. But black folks went and now tarnished our reputation over the sales for a product
got a lot of noise, like some crackling in the background. Who is that, man?
That's black Brandon.
Maybe it's me. Black people tarnished our reputation as a group over products that they truly over products that they truly did not own in many instances. But let black women keep leading the community, and they'll keep leading you down the drain because black women burn bridges. They don't know how to separate respectfully. They have to burn the bridge. Look at what happened with Gary Owen and his wife. Black women don't know how to just part ways mutually, respectfully. They gotta burn the bridge to where you can never go back. And that's why they shouldn't be leading the Black community on nothing. Sit at home, shut the hell up, and do whatever it is y'all do all day. And that's my thought.
Go ahead, M. Let me yourself, M.
Whoever giving this dude coochie, whoever give that dude coochie.
Hold on. It's my turn to talk. After hearing this self-loathing, anti-Black rhetoric from, I'm not going to call them the infamous name, but I almost lost my train of thought listening to this hate. But a young man or old elderly man, whatever he is, said some great points earlier. I got some information I didn't know. I didn't know Target had a policy of selling products for Black people since the 1980s. And they actually went on record and made a pledge to support Black businesses and allow them to use their platform, but DEI, as we know it, affected white women more than anybody else. White women, Latinos, Black people make up less than 3% of DEI. But I think Dinus mentioned this, and other people mentioned this. The boycott of Target wasn't started by Black women. It was started during the George Floyd riots by a white woman. And a white woman, not only did they get us to take down Target, now we see the real reason, because the Black people was getting the contracts, they was making money out of Target. They say they because they got rid of DEI, that's getting rid of Black people, so we must put an end to that. But they really wanted to economically disempower the Black community, just like Aunt Jemima, the family of Aunt Jemima, because it's a Black woman on the pancake mix, pancake syrup. They say that's a vestige of slavery, so we got to get rid of Aunt Jemima. That economically harmed the Black community. Just like in Germany, a lot of towns in Germany have Moors as their protectors. These effigies or these statues of Moors. And a white woman in America say a Moor is a detrimental term. We should get rid of the Moor. But what happened was Germany say, no, we love our Moor. We're going to keep our Moor. But it seems as though because of the momentum that Black people had going against racism because of George Floyd, it's as though white liberals use that to disempower us economically. It's like the pimp lingo, the overlay for the overplay for the underlay. We thought we was doing something that was beneficial to us, like basically what the topic is talking about. We got these poverty pimps, but in this situation, it was a white woman that was behind this boycott. It wasn't really black women. And now I learned, because I'm not from Atlanta or Georgia, I had no idea that Black women kind of ran Targets. And imagine how much money, how much real estate, how many opportunities that caused towards the Black community. So it really wasn't in our interest to boycott Target. It really wasn't our idea. It was white liberals, just like during the civil rights movement. It started off because it was the bus boycotts. It was Emmett Till, and then it morphed into integration into white businesses, so we could support their businesses. It transformed from our interest to the interest of the white liberals. You see what I'm saying? But
does this guy think we're stupid? Does this guy think we're stupid? He just turned this to white people when it was.
Hold on. Your hatred of Black people. Like I wanna mention something else before you pass the torch to somebody else.
Trying to stop his ass. It was all blacks and trying to make it.
Can I finish my thought?
Brandon, let him finish.
I know you hate your hatred for Blacks.
He thinks we're dumb.
Your hatred for Blacks. But what I'm saying is, Target actually went on record and mentioned that they're going to help Black Americans businesses. Maybe they say Black business, that might encompass African businesses. Now, this is a Pan-African channel, so this is appropriate to mention what I'm going to say. And we have the number one Pan-African of all time, Pan-African strikes back he's on the panel, so I'm talking in his face. So name one African nation that pledged any economic support for Black Americans. Just name. That's all I gotta say.
Kenya pledged economic support.
How much?
I'm telling you.
How much money?
I think
Africa
You won't even let me get it out of my mouth. You won't even let me get it out of my mouth.
Hold on. I'm gonna just say this. They should subsidize.
I mean, you asked them a question, M. You asked them a question, M. Give them a chance to answer, bro.
A subsidy is economic support. A subsidy, by definition, is a type of economic support.
I said they should subsidize. I'm not saying they do.
But they do. They've given dozens of African Americans land and everything else. That is a form of economic support, bro. Land costs money. So if they give you land, it's like they're giving you money. You can do what you want with it, sell it, whatever. You can grow food. If you give someone, listen, arable land is more than your dad gave you before he fucked your mom and left her, okay? That's what I want you to know.
Hey, guy, hold on. We're not, hold on.
This is
What? We're not doing that today, Brandon.
I'm sorry, Dennis.
Hold on. Brandon, apologize. We're not doing that today.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to talk about your daddy. We gotta find him before we talk about him.
Man, God, Brandon, apologize, Brandon.
All right, man. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to talk about your dad, man. But if I give you an example of something, stop trying to overtalk me. That's all I'm saying.
No, go ahead.
What is this topic?
Oh, can I talk now? Yeah. Okay, so let me respond to that.
No, Brandon, it's free game, sir. Go ahead, free game.
He attacked me directly.
Free game. Go ahead, free game.
You can hear me?
I hear you.
We basically boycott stuff and don't have anything to replace it. I mean, you're trying to boycott $1 billion company.
Say that one more time, free game. Say it one more time, please.
We boycott and don't have anything to replace. So let's say if we was able to boycott Walmart, and it actually be successful. When Walmart leave our community, then what store are we gonna go to? We don't think before we do anything.
Who's we?
How about if we say, instead of going to Target, we just go to Walmart and they'll get their act right then. But boycotting something without a plan to replace, it's just dumb. And I'll lay my plane there.
Who is we?
But you know what, that is something important that he just said, even though he said a few words, but it's such important what he said about it, because it's the same thing that I said earlier about black people, especially black women. They're like we're like yard dogs. You know what I'm saying? When a car passes by, we bark. Let massa know it's a car coming by. It's a car coming by. It's somebody walking down the street. But what do the dogs do after the people go? They go back to fighting each other, barking at each other. That's what we do. We have no plan at all. And that's the one thing that I give the Democrat credit for, how they see black people. Bring them around. Let's get them on the front line. Why you think when all that ICE stuff was happening, Diners, I'm talking about they tried every trick in the book to get black people out there. Every trick in the book. Why? Because even though black people are 13% of the population, we love the bark. Nobody barks louder than black people, especially black women, without a megaphone, You get what I'm saying? Get them out there, get them talking. They don't want nothing. We ain't got to give them nothing. Just let's give them a platform and put a camera in their face, and black people sit out there and just bark and complain, and they'll gripe and they'll cry, and they'll talk about the Lord, and they'll talk about God, and they'll talk about Jesus, and they got have a heart in heaven, and Jesus gonna get them, and they'll do all that minstrel stuff.
Okay.
While we collect the money, while we collect the money, while we got to have the power, we'll let them do the hollering and screaming. Bro, but nobody interrupted you when you was talking. Not one person. So can you please give me that same respect?
Go ahead.
No, cool.
So at the end of the day, if we have no plan, then we just like dogs in the yard. And then once they get through using us every 2 years, they put us back in the cage and bring us back out there every 2 years. Hey, it go erase his bone. It go erase his bone. Let me throw this to you. Go out there and yell that. And then as soon as the election over, they don't think about black people. You know what I'm saying? Right now to this day, they've been begging Trump to say something about black people. He ain't said not one word. But you hearing these black people going around, watch, he gonna say something about us. Please say something about us. You get what I'm saying? We next. You got black people on the internet got there almost begging Massa. Come on, do something to us. Attack us. Say something about us. And then when he don't say it, we just gonna borrow it. We hate you anyway. We just gonna hate you until you say something about us. And then when they don't say nothing about you, the Democrat Party put you back in the cage. And when you try to bring something out there and say, hey, y'all dogs in the cage, y'all got one, you know, that one right there with the weave and the eyelashes, we got her. She'll be a good one to put in power for us. They bring her out there and give more money to their polished pit bull that they like over there. They greyhound. They put the money on him and sit the polished black dog back in the kennel. And all we doing is getting emotional because just like Free Game said, in a few words, we have no plan other than emotional babbling. And I pass the mic.
Okay, I want to respond to that. A closed mouth can't be fed. And most of our success in America came by people speaking. Even in the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, verse 2, God spoke, let there be light. And there was light. So if you don't speak your concern, if you don't speak with the, like this conversation, daily conversation, we have to speak the issues and we have to speak the solutions in order for it to happen in the real world. That's, and you talk about us being like dogs, like why would you even compare your people to like a creature, like a dog? Like the self-deprecation is not necessary to get your point across. You know,
because
black people are not doing as bad as you're saying. We have $2 trillion in spending power. There's many successful black businesses. We have Mr. Dynas with his I'm not sure what his businesses are, but I know about traveling business. I'm sure Bucci Bear has a business. I have a business. Like just looking at like it's as though you want to will us into this low position just because people have a tradition. You know, we saw our biggest icons is Khalid Muhammad, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, preachers, people who spoke. Even Garvey, he wrote. I read his books, Message to the People, Opinions. Speaking is like the most intellectual endeavor in humanity, like intellectual philosophy. So to say that because we have complaints or because we have a movement of, we saw George Floyd and then the white liberals come up and try to direct our trajectory, our energy towards their goals, you saying we're like dogs. Like the word cracker comes from white people who just babble. Like that's not us. When we talk, action happens. You know, it's not. It's just not like a dog looking for a bone.
We've been talking for 60 years.
Hold on, let me say this. That's so smart. Let me say this. So first of all, when you quote the Bible, understand what you're talking about. God didn't just say, let there be light, and then it just happened. Clearly, someone created that light because it said, and he saw that it was good. God. Then he said, do something. Anyway, I'm a scholar on this, so you don't know. But the point I'm making,
right. I agree with you.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, there was work involved there. It wasn't just a matter of speaking. Go read your Bible. But what I'm saying is this. The problem with black folks and what Hustle Smart is getting to, we spend more effort and energy trying to tear something down than we spend effort and energy to build something up. In the year that those black people spent actively refusing to go to Target, what did they build? I'm not talking about, oh, we invested money in an HBCU, just stupid stuff where the money gonna get stolen anyway. We could have built the equivalent to Target on a smaller scale within that year. You was dealing with dudes who were multimillionaires in that. We could have told Target, hey, let's do another version of this and you could build like small Target, anything. But we don't build. We use all our energy to destroy. You said we all have businesses, which is true. But I promise you, every black man here with a business will tell you if his business ever came under attack and was threatened, it was a black person who threatened it. And from Dynas to me to Hustle Smart, probably to even you, we could all attest to that. We tear each other down the same way we tried to tear Target down. The only thing is Target is so big, we can't really tear that down because there's other people who go there. Black people waste the most time tearing. If you go into the construction business, the easiest aspect of the business to get into is demolition because it don't involve nothing but tearing stuff down and hauling it away. That is black people's approach to the economy. All we gonna do, we gonna tear down, we gonna participate because we have to, but we're only gonna do it begrudgingly. And if you don't if you don't run your business the way we think you should run it, even though we won't run our own business, we're gonna tear you down. Target should have just said, you know what? Screw them, let that business leave. I promise you, black folks would have broke before Target broke, because if you go to some of these towns in the South, the only pharmacy you got is a Target. The only place to buy clothes is a Walmart, right? So they would have had to break eventually. But man, I'm telling you, it ain't disparaging black people to tell the truth. Marcus Garvey told the truth about black folks. He was better than Martin Luther King and all the rest of these fools because he actually built businesses to go with his rhetoric. He built businesses to go with his rhetoric. Well, name one business.
What did he build?
No, you don't know what you're talking about. Marcus Garvey had grocery store chains, restaurant chains.
What's the name of the grocery store?
Just see how I try to tell somebody. Go do your research. Yeah. See, listen, this is facts. I don't tell lies. You don't know. Listen, you don't know, so you settle on he's a scammer. This is proven facts. You can Google it right now. It's proven facts.
Mr. Brandon, I would tell you this. Can I respond to that? What you just said about
Pan-Africanism is the only group who ever put in any work in any of these areas. Everything else is just rhetoric and conjecture.
How do you think Marcus Garvey got over here?
Khalid Muhammad never owned a business. Malcolm X never owned shit. I mean, not Malcolm X. Martin Luther King never owned anything.
You know not to say Malcolm X.
Brandon,
I don't even think Malcolm X owned anything.
Hold on. Let me respond to Brandon. Can I respond to Brandon?
They'll say Garvey was a scammer. They'll say Garvey was a scammer.
I'm not going to say
Garvey was a scammer while they worship Malcolm X, who was a scammer. For sure was a scammer.
Let me respond to you about Garvey.
You remember that show that you did in Chicago when they had took away the Walmart in Chicago, and all the old people was like, where I'm gonna get my medicine from? What
we gonna do? What we gonna do?
Brandon. Okay, you mentioned Garvey is better than Dr. King because he had businesses, right? Did you know that Marcus Garvey was inspired by Booker T. Washington?
Yes, I knew that.
Did you know Booker T. Washington started Black Wall Street? Did you know
that? I know that. What I know, Booker T. Washington. That's one of my idols from the past.
Now, let me say this. Now, you say Dr. King didn't have his job wasn't to have businesses. He started off with the bus boycotts, but
it's every man's job to open a business. It's every man's job to open a business. Well, you know what? Martin Luther King did have a business, a church. He had a church as a business.
Actually, Dr. King started Operation Breadbasket, in which that made Atlanta what it is today.
That's socialism. Listen.
He went to Chicago and forced Chicago to invest in black houses.
Martin Luther King
was an economic plan.
Martin Luther King brought socialism into the black community. He single-handedly encouraged black people to destroy their own economy and go into the white economy and then beg the white people for free stuff. All that shit was, bro, you got beat up. Bro, let me ask you a question, real shit. Let me ask you a question. What black man on this panel right now gonna let himself get bit by a damn Rottweiler to go sit in a store and eat an ice cream next to a white person?
That was Stokely
They probably don't spit in.
That was Stokely Carmichael shit in.
Listen, when you brother, when you sit down and really process it like a man, that was the stupidest movement on earth. Because you wait a minute, you told black people that the epitome of their existence was to be able to be in close proximity to white people, and it destroyed your community. My granddaddy lived through that shit. My granddaddy was the first person I heard say F Martin Luther King.
Listen, man. My father from Mississippi.
Hey,
They had segregation
integration
down
was a
there.
mistake, bro. Integration was a mistake, bro.
Listen. You talk about sit-in demonstration. That was SNCC, Student Nonviolent, whatever the acronym is, coalition. Dr. King had the deacon. What was Dr. King? They had different organizations. SNCC was the one that was sitting into white institutions, getting stole on and beat down. That was Kwame Ture, who led that movement.
I mean, what's the difference between Martin Luther King walking down the street and let white people spit on him and kick him in his ass and shit?
Because you a soldier, you gotta take the bullets. He got his head
Hey,
busted
I'll
when he
tell
came
you
to
what,
Chicago.
I ain't that type of soldier, because I got a yapper, and you you put your hand on me first, and you don't. What I'm saying is, that it ain't nothing in me. If I was there, would have went through those shit to let white people get away with anything.
You saying
Because
that's being a dog?
think about it like this. Think about it like this. Of course, I can say whatever. But what I'm saying is the mind frame that I have. If I had that mind frame then, because there wasn't no cameras back. Hold on for a second, bro. Come on, bro. Let's have a.
Go ahead.
We can sing at the same time, but we can't talk at the same time. All I'm saying is that you have black people that have with militant mind. They have no cameras back then, so black people could have been running around taking out white people the same way. But instead of that, he was preaching that love everybody shit, love everybody, and let's hold white people hand. And white people sit up there like, yes, this is the best thing in the world. They're like sitting ducks. This is like shooting fishes in a barrel. That's what. See. You actually think Brandon is saying that you're wrong about Dr. Martin Luther King. What he's saying is that he put us in a barrel, and white people wasn't with it. You get what I'm saying? White people wasn't with it. What he said is it made us small. So you have all these type of business, all this stuff that black people claim we was the originator. We originated everything and we started everything. But after you sell it, it's sold. It's the same way with black people complain about the Essence Festival. You can complain all you want to, but no black people, all these rich black people didn't buy it.
I will tell you this.
None of these strong black women with all this money, $2 trillion, didn't buy Essence. Like, think about this. How much? Come on, let me finish, bro. You can talk after that too. I know you're hyped up, and we gotta,
I gotta leave this.
What I'm saying is that if we got all this money and we had all these black people going to Essence Festival, right, every year, right? Why didn't black people buy that business and then all that money go back to black people? Because there was a money growth. Essence Festival was big, right? But no black person stepped up to buy it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I respond? Now,
yes,
okay, you said something about Dr. King not wanting to get pistols, right? We had Deacons of Defense. He was going off the philosophy of Jesus when he said, when somebody turn your other cheek, and then when they smite that, turn your other cheek. He was going off what Gandhi did with the nonviolent resistance that drove Britain out of India. So his mode of attack was economic boycott and nonviolent resistance. He wasn't the deacon for defense. He wasn't like Malcolm X with that picture.
We know that, bro.
But as far as you saying, hold on. See, I'm losing my thought, man. But as far as the deacons to defense, they had a different philosophy than Dr. King.
And what did they do?
They was about violence.
What did the deacon of defense do?
They did what you said they should have did. That's basically what the Black Panthers came from. Oh, well, forget that. As far as
don't push over that point. What did they do?
They had the guns. They was talking about fighting the Ku Klux Klan. They was talking about killing the white people. I'm not gonna say what they did or didn't do because there is no
with guns in their hand. They ain't put in no work.
But I ain't gonna talk about that.
That's the same thing with Grandmaster Jay. Them faggots out there carrying guns.
You wanted to be able to talk. Let me talk too. So as far as Essence Fest or any other businesses that you say we is like I ain't gonna disrespect you and saying like my master we sick, but we speaking a lot of French when there's negativity. But we have to realize that it took a lot of courage to do what Dr. King did. He sacrificed his prime years. He could have been. He was an alpha. He was a Greek, so he could have been a rich preacher, but he decided to focus on the have-nots.
How you know he could have been rich? How you know he could have been
Greek
rich?
philosophy, the talented tenth, all they care about is getting rich, and they don't care about the 90%. So he went against his creed. But what I'm saying is, Essence Fest, you saying that was purchased by a white bank who sold it to the. How do you know most black people knew it was for sale? It's like
It was on front page. It was on front page of the Wall Street. That's what I'm telling you. You keep with this. How do you know? And I'm telling you, it was. Byron didn't try to buy it either. None of them tried to buy it. It was on front page. It was on the open market.
Listen, when Shaq, P. Diddy, Byron Allen, and a group of black people wanted to buy the Denver Broncos, they decided to sell it to the
goalpost, brother. I'm gonna let you finish though. Go ahead, finish.
When they wanted to purchase BET from Viacom, they didn't sell it to them. When Bill Cosby wanted, he had the money. What I'm saying is, when these white people take our institutions and they give it, they sell it to a non-black person.
Come on, bro. I see you. This is the thing. You have knowledge, but that doesn't make no sense. You're conflating. You're trying to compare.
I can't hear the both of y'all talking over each other. I can't hear.
You're trying to compare the Essence Festival to the Denver Broncos.
Did they not try to purchase the Denver Broncos?
It's not. Dinas, can you please help? Now, I'm a Yale. Can you please help him understand the difference between buying the Denver Broncos and Essence Magazine, bro?
What I'm saying is a white corporation acquired it, and they ended up selling it to the Nigerian, the Liberian guy. How do you know? How do you know for sure black people didn't want to purchase it and they just didn't want to sell it?
Because they didn't do it.
Hold on. If I can interject, if I get I promise you, if a black person was trying to purchase it, they would have let it be known.
I didn't even know that it was sold. So how do you know?
That's what I'm saying. You don't even know.
Promote everything.
You don't even know. That's what I'm saying. You're talking about some. This is your problem, M. You're talking about something you don't know. I'm telling you, when that shit went on sale, M, bro, you talking something you don't know. When that Essence Festival was, I think it was in the 1980s. That shit was on front page. Front page. It was on the news. Everything. Even Essence
was sold recently.
Bro, what? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
What you talking about? Essence wasn't sold in the 1980s. But I'm saying this though, we got evidence like recently. Byron Allen
Essence was sold in 1984.
Listen, he purchased 85% of Stars. Byron Allen. He invested his money into. Like, there's a lot of black people that got money that try to purchase these institutions. A lot of times they just don't sell it, and because we end up once upon a time we had BET, now we don't got it. Now when we try to repurchase it, they don't sell it to us, and then it's people like I ain't gonna personally attack you, but I'm gonna say it's people like you that always focus on what we don't got, and we just like dogs, but always ignore all of the positive things that you can talk about. It's like that interview a couple of days ago when they was grilling that black guy, that representative of the Nigerian president, and focus on all this negativity. He looking like, why you ain't talking about nothing good? Like, the glass is halfway full, not halfway empty.
No. That's
look at the negativity.
M, have you ever been to Nigeria?
No, I ain't never been to Nigeria.
Yeah, if you go to Nigeria, you'll see that it is more bad than good over there. Way more.
But it's some good there.
Yeah, bro. M, it was some good about Hitler.
What the Hitler got to do with Nigeria?
Just the same way that the Denver Broncos ain't got shit to do with the Essence Festival, but you brought it up. So what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is I'm using your own analogy. It's some good about Hitler. Hitler. Let me tell you something. Hitler loved dogs. He was an avid dog supporter. He didn't like no dogs being killed, but he didn't have no problem killing 8 million people. But he loved dogs.
He's not alive. Nigeria is alive. Nigeria is a nation.
It has nothing to do with it. What I'm saying is, listen, man, you're conflating. You're bouncing all over the place, and I mean, it's hard to keep up with you. But the difference between the Essence Festival and an NFL team, NFL teams vote. All the teams can vote if they're gonna sell it. Then they got to go through it. They have to go through a commissioner. That's a whole different thing. Whole different ball game. The NFL and the NBA team. The teams have to vote also. You get what I'm saying? So if they don't let you into their boys club, they just don't let you. But Essence Festival, I'm trying to help you because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. So I'm trying to help you. The Essence magazine, you can ask me after I finish teaching you, bro.
I'm talking about Brandon.
The Essence magazine and Jet magazine was open publication. Anybody could have bought it. Anybody could have bought it. And no black person signed up to buy it. Not one. Put in the bid.
Okay, well, you know, now the festival's suffering. So what? It's going to be a failed business. But what I'm saying is, I asked Brandon a question. He never really answered it. I say, name one African nation who put in a creed that they're going to financially support black people like Target did, and then name one nation who promised at least $2 billion. And he never really got to answer that, and then I guess he didn't want to answer that.
And what did Target promise, M?
They said they promised to invest $2 billion, according to what I was listening to, $2 billion in investment in black businesses, and they allowed the black people to use their store as a platform to promote and to make money off for their businesses. Yeah. They've been doing this since the 80s, according to what was said here.
That's the thing, though, bro. That's how I know you. That's how. What business do you own? What type of business? You ought to tell me the name of the business. What type of business do you own?
I mean, as far as like personally trying to attack me, it's not.
I'm not trying to attack you, bro. You real sensitive over here. I'm just asking you a question. What type of business do you run?
It's been established that the boycott Target was started by white women during the George Floyd riots. That wasn't really organically from black people. Even though we have a conversation
with itself, bro. I think you're having a conversation. I think you're not. You're not, bro. Because that is not what we're talking about. When I asked you a question, I asked you a question is about the $2 billion. You started talking about this and started talking about a white woman. Which doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter. The matter is that it was stupid because the same thing that he promised you. If you listen to Jamal Rich, black dude reading scripture, he told you that they didn't agree to nothing. They didn't change not one policy. If you listen, this happened before Jamal Green. This happened, bro. He just said it in the speech
earlier. Listen, the guy that was talking earlier said since the 1980s, Target allowed black people to use their store as a platform.
Nobody. Hey, Dinus, I don't think he understand, man.
As a matter of fact,
I really don't think you understand, bro.
Nobody disputed that Target has been supporting black businesses since the 1980s.
The business that Target had in, they started putting these black products in at the level. Because every store got black products in it, bro.
No, they
every last one of them. What are you talking about? We talking about at the level.
We
can't talk at the same time, bro. We cannot talk at the same time, bro. And when you was talking, I was quiet and I let you talk, bro. And you just babbling. You just babbling and rambling. You went from Denver Broncos to white women to goddamn some more shit. So I'm trying to help you out. The $2 billion that he said is that all he's gonna do is let them bring their bid in, and I would let them bring it in too because they're gonna make profit. They're gonna make profit of it. Target is one of the places that they've been having black. Between them and Macy's is the top two. They was always the other two. So him coming up trying to boycott the only major store that was letting black people in the first place. Walmart don't have as many black. God damn, bro. Walmart don't let black people on their shelf like that. Target was already doing it. The only reason why he went after Target because the DEI was a talking point. And he didn't call it a boycott. That's just what black people did. He called it a fast. But just like anything, it doesn't matter who started it, bro.
It wasn't black people that started the boycott. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh my God! I'm gonna let you. Hey, bro, just talk to Dinus, man. Talk to Dinus.
I'm finna rotate, but I appreciate being able to talk. But if Brandon get back on, I need you to answer that
Brandon
question.
ain't here, man. So why you keep bringing up Brandon?
Because he's a powerful Pan-African voice.
Bro, if he ain't here, he's not here.
He's
So why you
listening.
keep talking about somebody that ain't here?
Because you just babbling, man. I'm finna rotate those. Hey, thank you, though.
Okay.
Diners, man, that was the weirdest conversation. Hey, I would have rather had Wall Street Willie up here than him, bro. You get what I'm saying?
I wonder where Willie at, man. Where Willie at?
Good Lord, bro. Now, the thing about it is the $2 billion he talking about, I heard people in the chat talking about banks and HBCU. Did none of that shit come out? Did you hear one word about an HBCU or black banks?
No.
Not one single word. He got up there with them big ass monkey elephant ears, sitting up there talking about, yeah, we didn't get everything. This is what he said. I know slick dudes when I hear him. He said that this is exact words. He said that we didn't get everything that we had, but the things that we discussed, you get what I'm saying? We'll commend them on their strides. What the fuck? Let me tell you something. My hustler antennas just went off. He didn't say nothing. They didn't give nothing. And then he turned around and said they're not changing no policy. But wasn't that the reason why they did the fast, Diners?
Right.
So hold on. Riddle me this, because you know, man, I'm just an old shouty from Bankhead Court, right? So help me out with this, because you got that good Georgia education. University of Georgia, go dog, DSGB. Now, they went him and got them old decrepit, goddamn Al Sharpton with his gray goddamn S-curl slick back, said that since they got rid of DEI policies, they was going to do a fast, right?
Right.
Now he sat up there and said the fast is over, but they're not going to change any policy. Can you please help? Can you please use your UGA? Is it UGA?
University of Georgia.
UG education to help me understand. Explain to me, please, sir, because I'm just a dumb hood booger from the west side. You get what I'm saying? Help me understand how they went on a fast, which black people took up and called it a boycott because they changed DEI. Then he came up today and said, well, they're not going to bring back DEI, but we're not going to do the fast anymore. Can you please help me out with that, Diners? Let me mute my mic.
It was a fast. It wasn't a boycott. So a fast has to end. And he decided it's going to end today. And maybe tomorrow they'll announce they're going after Dollar General next. The fast Dollar General.
Right, with the Dollar General, where else these booger wolf chicks gonna get their free cell phones from? That's where they sell the cell phones in the parking lot. What they gonna wear? They don't want no free cell phone for the summer. How they gonna take their pictures in they SpongeBob leggings, pajamas? Listen, I know y'all like to go against me in the chat. I know I compare black people to yard dogs. But if y'all just sit back for a second, that's what we act like, y'all. We're not building anything. We got Black Wall Street right over there, Stonecrest. You probably don't forgot about it when they first built it, Donnie. Do you remember when they built it? Black Wall Street?
It was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, like 5 years ago.
And that shit is completely shut down, gated up.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Got a big ass. It got them metal. You know how you block the entrance? They got them metal things out there. Not a chain, metal things out there. That shit ain't open up. Diners, you don't even know about it. You ain't even went out there in 4 or 5. You ain't even went out there. Black people.
Black Wall Street ain't closed. Has it closed down?
Black Wall Street they get no business.
I'm reading it right now. They got an event going on. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Give me a bit. Yeah, here we go. They got an event going on March 18th.
Dinus, it's not
Pink, hey,
open.
it's a pink lemonade day party for seniors.
Jesus Lord, that's what the Black Wall Street is all about. So say it again, Dinus. Say it again, sir.
They have a Pink Lion Jazz Club. No. Hold on. Yeah, Pink Lion. So Pink Lion Jazz Club is doing an event. And Event Center is doing a Pink Lemonade Day party for seniors on March 18th.
Yeah. Those for the old people. Dinus, that shit is not open day to day. It's still a day. They open it up for certain events. It's not open day to day. I rolled by there today. It was caged up. Right there across the street from Stonecrest Mall. It's not. That's what I'm saying is they don't turn it into a event center. It's about the same thing as
okay. Because I'm on the website and everything that's popping up are events coming up.
Events. So they don't turn it into the Hidden History Lounge.
No, hold on. It ain't. Nah, man. It ain't closed. Hold on. Everyone.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I love to be proven wrong.
Come see, shop, join the movement, join now, get a space. Hold on. It's open. It's still open. It's still open. They still got everyday vendors there. It just,
Now look, go on Google and look up the opening hours.
It said it opens back up Friday at 11 a.m. I'm looking at it right now.
11 a.m. to what?
11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday. So the hours are Wednesday. You know what? The hours are Wednesday. Well, Sunday through Thursday. No, I'm sorry. Sunday through Friday. They're closed Mondays and Tuesdays. Okay, hold on. I'm tripping. They're closed Mondays through Tuesdays. So Wednesday through Sunday, that's when they're open.
And that is when you go out there, it's nobody in the parking lot. They can't. What I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that they have no foot traffic at all. When I pull my truck in there and just this park, there's no traffic. And they're right, on Monday, Tuesday, completely closed. But if they was a business that Black people are supported, we talking about a business, Dinus, that's have multiple vendors. You get what I'm saying? Most vendors want to be open every day. Walmart and Target open every day. Piggly Wiggly and Kroger open every day. Them goddamn the Chinese grocery stores, they open up every day. So why Black Wall Street ain't open up every day? Because they're not getting the business. They even the Dinus, it looks like I can't even say it looked like a flea market. Because the flea market has more people going in there than that. It looks like some stuff that you would see in the middle of the mall, like stuff like that, Dinus. It's just sad. You get what I'm saying? So they was this week. The day is Thursday. So when I went to them, maybe it was a little early when it was closed. You know what I'm saying? It was probably like 8, 9, or 10 o'clock. But what I'm saying is that what I'm saying that even when I go through there, it's nobody in there. Maybe a few cars. You can go by there and count maybe 10 or 15 cars in that parking lot at any given time. Because they're not producing and Black people are not supporting. Dinus, do you know that white people when Chick-fil-A had that thing about, they didn't want gays or whoever in there? Do you know white people I heard it on the radio station. They said even if you don't want to go to Chick-fil-A, go by there and buy something and give it to a homeless person. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how white people support their people when they stand on something with their dollars. We was talking about this the other day, Dinus. We talk a lot, but we don't invest any money. We don't invest any money in this pack. That when y'all did the D12 and all y'all gave the money for Kamala, that was the first time that y'all did something like that. Not. Let me correct myself. Not the first time y'all raised money, but the first time y'all came together and raised that much money, and y'all still felt like I heard a lot of them talking that they felt used because they felt like when they got that money, all they did was pay for some concerts.
paid for some goddamn concerts around Atlanta. But it was no strategy. It was just give money, because they thought that money and name recognition would prompt a bad candidate. And people sit up there talking about, like, I hate Jasmine Crockett. She just wasn't a good candidate. Dennis, I want you to play, if you can, her introduction when she came out with that all black, like all eyes on me Tupac with all black on, with a Nino Brown at the table, with Trump talking in the background. That's how she came out. She didn't come out talking about no policies. She didn't come out talking about what she's gonna do for people for the state of Texas. She came out talking about she got the guy that she claims she hate in her promotion at Senate. The first video she gonna put out. And it just her, Dinus, sitting there with her arms folded, looking to the left like she on a penny or a nickel, and then she flip her weave around and look at the camera. She didn't say not one word. She had Mouser in the background talking. Like, think about it. She let some type of way somebody.
Okay, I think you're talking about this right here. Hold on, let me play it.
When you
play it, please play it, man.
Couch, sleep therapy. This is also TurboTax. You want help in person? You can book online.
How about this new one they have? Their new star, Crockett. How about her? She's the new star of the Democrat Party, Jasmine Crockett. They're in big trouble.
But you have this woman, Crockett. She's a very low IQ person.
I watched her speak the other day. She's definitely a low IQ person. Crockett. Oh, man. Oh, man. She's a very low IQ person.
Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding.
Now they're going to rely on Crockett. Crockett's going to bring them back.
The fuck is that? The fuck is that, black people? Now, I know y'all don't like me, but what the fuck was that? She ain't say not one word. She ain't say, I'm with you. I'm for you. We're going to do something about Texas. We're going to do something about the border or nothing. She got a white man talking in her background. And the only thing she did is showed y'all a whole lot of sassiness, a whole lot of weave, and a whole lot of eyelashes. Then folded up her hands at the end like she did something. Please, Dinus, please, with your UG education, explain that ad to me.
I can't.
And then people sitting out there like, yeah, that's who we want. So the person that you claim you're gonna go after if you in the Senate is the same person you got in your promotional ad? Talking for you? Talking in your background? And then you're gonna smile at the end? You didn't say your name. You didn't say vote for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best choice. I'm gonna work hard. Anything. You just gonna be quiet and give attitude to the camera. And this is what we expect. And people always talk about she got all this name recognition. She got all this. Dennis, you know she ain't been in the house but 3 years, right?
Right.
3 years. And then she from St. Louis. Why the hell she ain't do that shit in St. Louis? She would have had a better shot in St. Louis. But somebody convinced her to come out here to Texas and do it in Texas. Because it's a big market. But Texas have their ways about themselves. Diamond, it's the same way in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Just something about how we do in Georgia. Like we wear flip-flops and socks. You get what I'm saying? Slides and socks. It's just certain things we do. It's a certain way we talk. And if we get somebody that's not from here talking about things that we ain't finna go for that. We know we have people. It's a lot of people in Georgia that are from not places. But you learn to go with the Georgia flow. It'll be the same way if I go to New York. I ain't gonna go up in New York and be like, somebody pass the jelly, shouty. I ain't gonna be up there acting like that. So the people knew And what do black people do, especially black women? Oh, it's about racism. Oh, it's about, Latino. They don't want a black woman to lead. She hasn't lead. She sponsored 30 bills, Dynast, that never saw the floor. That's the part that we didn't get into the last time you was on the show. That means that she signed her name to bills that never made it to the floor. So what did they tell her to do? Hey, when you get up there and y'all got a witness, just get up there and talk. Just get up there and say, just get up there and lie and talk. But black people think that is. It's the same way when Kamala and Trump had their election debate. Black people, you had Plies and all of them up there jumping on stage with a belt and all of them. Yeah, what she did this because she was more sassy and all of that stuff. But not on the points in the mirror. When they asked her a question, the only thing Kamala says is that I was raised up by a single woman. You know what I'm saying? I was raised up by a single mother. Like that was her. She was like a robot. She was like a robot and she was cackling all the time. And people let that go. Man, listen, people, if y'all don't understand that, listen, I have no problem with black women. I got more black women I have more women in my family than men. Like when I tell my family that they think that in the Pan-Africans they think that I hate black women, the women in my family be like, no, they'll tell you, they're like, you don't tell us what we want to hear, you tell us what we need to hear. And we can either correct course or we can keep going the way we're going. But you don't pander to black women. You don't do that. And I said, but that's what they think in the black community. If you don't pander to black women, they think that you hate them. And that's the weirdest thing about us, that we can't tell each other the truth. Black men tell each other the truth all the time. Black men will be like, bro, look, bro, and look at that hairline, bro. You might need to go ahead and cut that on off. You go in the barbershop, Dynast, dude trying to keep that hair, bro. You want to let that go, man. Stop doing, like, we don't say that and we don't get offended. We don't get offended when we're outdated and out of style and we need to stop doing something else. Like, we understand that it's a young man's game. So you don't have older guys compete against the young guy. Dynast, you in your early 40s, right?
43, be 44 next month.
You ain't out here sitting up here talking about you can compete with these 21-year-old wide receivers that can catch the ball up in the air and do a motherfucking flip with one hand. Like you got wide receivers not down here catching the ball like Odell Beckman, bro. Like Odell. He was the only wide receiver catching one-hand balls like that. Now you got middle school players catching the ball with one hand. We know that we can't compete. Now we sit up there and say we're refined, we got more game, we're not as impulsive as the young, but we ain't gonna sit up there and try to compete. But you have women, because women see themselves as kids and baby girls, you get what I'm saying? That they always stay in that mode of they compete with each other. That's why you see the old women competing against the young women. And how they compete against them, they try to get the young women to start hating men, but they only doing that because they see the men don't like old chicks. The older woman can come online and tell you how good she is and how mature she is, how much she got going on. A man will still take a young, naive, goddamn mild-mannered chick, then take some sassy chick that want to tell you about all her accomplishment and all her goals, and all about her, talking about her last boyfriend and how she in love with the Lord. Men will do that. Men will take a startup business. Old women want their men already established. And I hate to even goddamn talk about Kevin Samuels, but why would an older man take a woman that's in her 40s and 50s when he can build up dudes love building up projects, doing new projects and building it up and watching how it go. You get what I'm saying? You can't get that out of an old woman, especially not these big sassy chicks. Nobody want a big woman except for on Soul Food Sunday to see if she put her ankle and her foot in the goddamn greens. Like we're like black people. I swear, we sit up here we're sitting up here promoting our replacement. The Latinos is up next. Hell, Joe Biden, Master Joe told y'all this. But if y'all don't make them earn your vote, why would they ever do anything for you? They go, y'all see them? They go all around the world for the Latinos, Diners. They going across country for the Latinos. But since black people give up their vote for nothing, they ain't letting no Haitians in here. They was out there with horses and whips. When the Latinos come across, them white liberals down at the border with signs, giving them cards, giving them pamphlets, giving them contact people. They didn't do that for the Haitians because they know that they don't have to do anything but black people, but to play on their emotions. You can't play on Latino emotions like that. And look at it, let me tell you the difference between Latinos and black people. You saw how the Latinos out there fighting ICE, Diners? You saw the Latinos out there bucking? Black people ain't bucking like that. Black people out there marching in the street and crying and tearing up their own neighborhood. Diners, did you see the Latinos tearing up their own neighborhood?
No.
That's the difference. They ran ICE up out of there. Only thing the police had to do for black people was hold the line. And they just marching, we shall overcome. Them white people, you should have saw them Latinos out there on Buford Highway. They were sitting out there pressing police. Black people out there dancing in the streets and crying. Talking about God and Jesus. The Latino just want you to come along because y'all the one talking about y'all want to be with the Latinos. Latinos ain't talking about they want to be with you. Latinos understand math. The Latinos know that they're 83 million. Why the fuck would they? And y'all sitting up here helping them? They don't understand that at all. Why y'all sitting up here not getting anything? But they see the Democrat Party coming to them, trying to court their vote. They call black people, black women, the block, the vote, they call black women the guaranteed voting block. If anybody call you the guaranteed voting block, that's the same thing as a guy calling you his number one bottom bitch.
All right, with that being said, hey, we got to close out. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Let me read this last super chat.
Go on and read it, man.
Landmark 22, thank you for $2 holla. Black people only accounted for 8% of target clients.
That's true. That's true, Landmark. It ain't that many black people that go in there. Most of the black people that go to Target, Landmark, was the people that was willing to pay a little extra. Everybody know Target was a little higher. That's why they call it Target. That point has not been addressed right there. That need to be highlighted. That's why I didn't understand about them going or not going. Anytime I go to Target, unless it's in a black neighborhood, Landmark, it was mostly white people. But in the black community, where else are we gonna go?
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. Like, subscribe. Until next time, family. That is Mr. Peace.
Yup.